All right, it's all you.
Perfect, perfect. Hey guys, today I am going to be talking to you about something that's really great timing for all of us, because David had his call with you guys on Monday, and he talked a lot about types of businesses and that sort of thing. What I'd like for you to do, David and I have been talking a lot about simplify to multiply, and I really want to simplify a way that you really can. We've talked about this before, but I don't know that you totally understand how important it is to have something in place where on a daily and monthly basis you've got an opportunity to get new clients. But it takes a little bit of your time and a little bit of your money, but it works, and it works every single time. And those people that are participating in what I'm going to talk to you about today are the ones that are submitting the most business to us on a monthly basis. So without further ado, I am going to let me just see here. All right, I'm going to talk to you today about wanting more prospects. I'm going to show you how by joining local groups. I'm telling you, local is where it's at. I get every single day, we get literally 2 or 3 files that have 3 or 4 people submitting that file. That means that you guys went out and bought that lead from some place, and they resold it a half a dozen times, because they probably more than that, since I'm getting duplicates of the same one coming in, and the client may be in Texas, and you're in North Carolina, and another one's in Florida. Obviously, you don't know that client except through the lead process. But if you're willing to spend some money on yourself and some time on yourself, I can show you how you can create a successful program where every single month, if you'll just try it for a year or 6 months, I'm telling you it will work. So what I want to talk to you about is a membership drive that I want to do between now and the end of the year. I want to go out and I want to try to find 250 local groups for our membership initiative, and we're gonna take care of you guys for doing it and being part of that. And I want to be able to have a list somewhere so that we can hit that number of 250 local groups. If they join before 12/31/23 and participate, and you get them on board, you can be able to participate in what we call our first funding bonus. I'm not going to go into it right now, but I'm going to talk to David and get and see what the Bank Breezy side can throw in to make this thing really work. Plus, we already have a membership reimbursement schedule that I want to talk about. But once you catch the vision of what I'm saying today, and you want to go be part of that group that goes out there and says, "Hey, I want to be part of a group," then and I'll give you reasons to be part of it today. But I want you to really listen to this carefully. Offering Bank Breezy help is going to be something that we're going to start doing in regards to any kind of local partnership that you have. So if you go out there and you join one of these groups, we're going to help you when you participate in booths, fairs, seminars, that sort of thing. And we'll tell you more about what our help will be. As you already know, the best way for you to find clients already is just your warm market. And a lot of you say, "Well, I've already exhausted it." Well, that's impossible. It's not impossible. It's probably improbable that you did, because as I go through this community in Greenville, South Carolina, I see so many people that I'm a customer of, and I said, "Man, why haven't I dropped off a card or introduced myself to those folks?" So my warm market, and then just going out into your local community. Go into somebody like in South Carolina. I've got all these rural towns that nobody's even going in and talking to them about anything. They don't even know that this type of funding is available to them. So we're going to go I'm going to start putting a little team together so we can go out as a team and work on an entire town for a day. I'm going to make that happen this fourth quarter. But I want to talk to you about memberships, like in the chambers and the BNI groups, especially. I don't know how you can be successful without Connect Card. We've given it to you now. You can just go get your own printed. But I think you're going to need those to do the things that I'm going to be talking to you about doing over the next months. Local first really needs to be your mentality. Getting involved in a chamber. Within 15 miles of me, there are 3 chambers. And those 3 chambers are, 2 of them are smaller ones for those towns. And then Greenville is really huge. I'm suggesting to you that you get involved with local chambers. They're usually very inexpensive to join as a funding agent, usually around $199 or less, because you're not a company, you're an independent agent out there. But you can't just simply join and sit back. You're going to need to become part of that community in their outreach through the chamber to all these small businesses. So if you are coming to poach clients and they feel that way, you're not going to be accomplishing anything. You got to get involved in that chamber, and every single month there are chamber meetings that you can attend, and people will see you there. You're able to tell a little bit about your business and let people know, because you got to get the word out and let them know. You got to attend those meetings, and every week there's a ribbon cutting of some sort. The chamber's involved in so much, so you could get involved yourself with a lot of business owners just by being there at those chamber meetings and participating. The local chambers, guys, are the heartbeat of small business growth initiative throughout the entire country. They are the heartbeat of it. So if you're in a town that's really, or a city that's really big, look for some of the local chambers that are around the outskirts and get involved in those chambers. But the first thing to do is get involved in your own local one right there where you are. And then we have the BNI groups. This is what I really love. I got a buddy of mine that joined the BNI group, and I couldn't believe he did, because he didn't really need a whole lot of business. But he said, wait, I did this so that I can teach my organizational people throughout the country that are out there calling health food stores. I can teach them what they want to get involved in. You might be wondering, what the heck is a BNI? Well, it stands for Business Networking International. It's the world's leading business referral organization. It's got over 300,000 members, over almost 11,000 chapters worldwide. I know in Greenville, there's probably 5 chapters of it, and you can join. In essence, it is a very well-run local lead group that you should join. It requires your participation if you do join. In all their systems of sharing leads. You can't just sit back and do nothing. They won't let you. They won't even let you stay in the group. But you'll be the only funder. There might be a banker in there or 2, but you'll be the only funder in that particular lead group doing what you're doing. There may be another merchant services person in it, but that's okay. You can recruit them to become an agent of yours and market the funding that you have. But you go in there and you're going to be required each month to produce some people that might want dry cleaning, because there's a dry cleaner in there. Everybody in there is going to be talking about their business at some point, and you will be as well. And then you'll pair off on like in 2s and 4s and little groups and talk about lead generation and all that. And you're going to get a lead or 2 every month in there. It's almost guaranteed. The investment to join, online I saw it's like $249. Some of them are around $600. Mine here locally is I think it's $699. The one that my friend joined was like $800. But I'm telling you, it is well worth it. And we're going to give you opportunities to get that money back as well. If you join one of these 2 groups, you're going to find that you're going to be able to go. There are a lot of local fairs and events and that you can participate in. And if you participate in one of these 2 groups, organizations, then what we want to do is we want to help you when there are local fairs and events that are taking place, because you're part of that group. And then, and you're going to you're going to receive a first funding bonus reimbursement for the booth. I'll tell you how all that works once David and I really hammer it out, but it's going to be something exciting. And I just want to see who's interested in being part of the group that's going to go out there and be part of that 250 organizations. Heck, if you just get in 2 organizations, the BNI and your local chamber, I'm telling you, you won't run out of leads after you've been in it for a couple of months. But it's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of your money. But if you go out there and you do these kind of events, we're going to ask you, for some receipts that show that you did participate, pictures, that sort of thing. And then as we'll be able to refund up to $500 for the entire event. But you got to be a member of either the local chamber or BNI for this to work. And I'm going to get more details. I just wanted to throw this out to see who's interested in that. We already have the incentives on your Connect cards. You get 100,000 in funding. It doesn't matter where you get it from, and you bought Connect cards, and we're going to reimburse you for that as long as you can get those fundings in the first 90 days. And we always have had that chamber situation. But I'm telling you, joining a chamber and joining a BNI group, if you have both of those going for you, you wouldn't have to go buy leads. You wouldn't have to be doing all this online marketing list. That's just what your specialty is. It's not mine. I like face-to-face because I can get the bigger deals face-to-face. I heard something the other day, and I just wanted to talk to you about that. I heard something the other day, and it was about the banking industry. And David confirmed it when he and I were talking. I think it was even yesterday, that the biggest crisis that's going to hit the financial markets has to do with the commercial side of things, where a lot of people that own business people that own these buildings and own these offices all over the place are just turning them in. They said, we just can't pay for them anymore. It's really a situation out there right now, guys, that it's going to get bad. It's going to get difficult. And I want to let David talk to you a little more about it. For small business people to find funding anywhere. It's what? Our business is exploding. I got another lender that's an A lender that called me and said, please participate with us. Dave and I talked about it. We're going to participate because they'll take second and third positions as an A lender for 15 and 18 month deals. And they've got some other little neat little things that they're going to be doing. We need to understand that we have a platform. This platform is the best platform on the planet in this marketplace for you to go. You talk about this platform and what all is available to them versus, hey, you need to borrow some money. We're going to be talking about this a lot. I'm excited. I'm actually stuttering a little bit because I'm just so excited. I haven't been this excited in an awful long time over what we can do now that I see what this platform means to lenders as well. And one of the couple of things the lenders asked me about the platform, and I answered, they said, oh my God, nobody else has it. Everybody else has it. We're just blast out to 50 lenders. And he said, we're not interested in doing business with anybody like that. We want somebody who understands that they're going to have eyeballs on the paperwork first and then comes to us. So that got me excited as well. And David, I'll turn it over to you.
Hey, great stuff, buddy. Appreciate that. Thanks for sharing. Sorry for the background noise. I'm out at a patio at a Starbucks. I'm meeting over here and doing some video editing, actually video script writing for a lot of our new tools. Hey, great stuff, Wade. Thanks for always coming to the table with knowledge and wisdom. And keep in mind, guys, this man is probably talk. Oh, can you hear me okay? Okay, good. This guy is probably talked to more clients than anyone in our industry because he's literally
at the house. Well, I was going to pick him up when we went back home.
Every one of our clients.
So we didn't go back home.
Jose needs to be muted.
I've muted you a couple times, buddy. Please don't unmute yourself.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Hang on one sec. Here we go. All right. So this gentleman, his expertise, we're blessed to have it. We are blessed to have it. And all of you, if you can take the nugget that he just gave on where to go, how to build more of a target market in your chambers and your associations, and BNI groups, etc., you're going to find you become the local expert. And as we talked about Monday, you and your team, whether it's you and 2, you and 4, you and 6, or you alone, can become the monopolizing marketplace leader for business services. Call it the funding, call it the healthcare, call it the whatever service you're passionate about leading with in DAC. It's that simple. It really is that simple. It's flipping a switch and saying, I'm doing it. Now, Wade Bank Breezy is putting together a program to incentivize it with finances when it shouldn't need incentivizing, right? It shouldn't require incentivizing. It should be something that it's part of our culture. So all I can say is, as Wade just mentioned, banking is changing. Banking is changing. There's record defaults coming in the next 18 months in commercial real estate. You may not know this, but there's something called a non-recourse loan where a big building is purchased non-recourse. I could go buy a high rise of 70 stories and not put my name on it. And it's in the company name and it's non-recourse. So if it defaults, you just give it back to the bank. And that's the local businesses, your local business, your local Chase Bank, your local community bank, whoever they are. You've got, sorry, Jose, I got to remove you, buddy. You keep unmuting and disrupting. I know you're not trying to, but I got to pull it out. I'm not sure if don't know what's going on, but maybe you don't realize you're unmuting. But the commercial banks they've got more defaults coming than ever on the large non-recourse loans. That means they just eat it. They eat it. Well, what does that mean? That means they don't have money available to give to Joey's Pizza for 50 grand or 100 grand. So you think it's hard to get a loan now. Imagine what 2024 and 2025 are going to look like when the defaults start hitting. You've already seen a couple banks near collapse, right? Unfortunately, there's insurance to cover the deposits, but they didn't cover their loan defaults. And so what's going to happen? They're drying up. The lines of credits are already being diminished. It's like if you have a credit card that's got a $5,000 balance, but you only have $1,000 on it right now, and you have $4,000 available, and they call you and go, hey, by the way, we've lowered your 5,000 down to 1,000. What? Yeah, we had to lower it. We had to reduce available credit. That's what they're doing in the lines of credits right now. They're not securing as many new loans. Interest rates are going through the roof on consumer loans. They're trying to make some of their money back, protect themselves. It's not good right now for big bank lending. And I don't mean big bank like the National Bank for Comerica loaning to Little Caesars to buy a stadium. I'm talking about the local Comerica loaning to Tony's Pizza to expand. He needs 300 grand. He's willing to put his house up. Sorry, Tony, you're not approved. Their money's drying up, and what they'll have, there's a lot of banks at risk. And so Warren Buffett's saying this, experts are saying this, and watch the decisions of the banks. They're doing it. So what does that mean for us in revenue-based funding? What does it mean for you? Well, it means nothing if you're not a megaphone. It means nothing if you're not in the association. It means nothing if you're not in the BNI group. It means nothing for your community because you're not going to be any assistance. But it means something significant if you get the word out about what you are and who you have and the platform you have. We've got the best platform for funding, revenue-based funding on the planet, and you never know, it may have other types of funding in it in the future, but right now it's revenue-based funding. It's the finest out there, and you've got to take the lead for your town. That's what I believe. That's what Wade believes, and that's what many of you believe. That's all we got, buddy. Good stuff, Wade.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Have a good